free kick. Sheffield United in a pretty dangerous area. The set pieces do scare me. 41st minute. That was really weird. That Nyland thing, the ball definitely went in. The ball definitely went in, but the ref didn't give a foul. I mean, I'm not complaining because it's still 0-0, but that's really weird. That's so strange. Is it goal line technology not working? That's gone in. That ball is 100% gone in. What?
Sheffield United have got a free kick on the left,
Yep.
which will be whipped in right-footed, I think.
Whipped in from Sander
Here it
Burge.
comes
It's going all the way! Oh my God. I think that went in. I think Nyland slipped that. I think that's gone into the back of the net.
No.
They're checking the goal line system, and apparently it didn't go in. But that was right on the edge. This could be 1-0, guys, in the 42nd minute.
No chance.
The Sheffield United players started to celebrate, but it wasn't given.
It wasn't in.
What's going on here?
Oh, it's a goal.
A penalty the other side.
So basically,
it's a goal. Oh, it's gone in.
Basically, the keeper's caught it. This was back what happened up at the other end of the pitch. Keeper's caught it, Nyland, but he's fell into the net. VAR's having a look.
Yeah, it's a goal.
But has he been pushed, Dave? That's the problem.
He's pushed by his own player, though, wasn't he?
I mean, it's a goal. He's 100% behind the line, but it's not been given. They've carried on.
What a
Replay
ball that
looks
was.
clear. It's gone over. 100% an own goal. That must be millimetres. Must be a foul. No other explanation. Everyone's a bit...
But the player who pushed him into the goal was his own player. Was it not? It was a Villa player that ran into the goal with him. So how can that be a foul?
It's not even been VAR, Dave. They've just not checked it.
Told you the VAR at home. Furloughed. Had enough. Like, it doesn't really matter. This is shocking.
So the referee is saying, I'm checking, he's saying, I've got VAR in my ear.
No, he doesn't have VAR. He's got the goal system. He's got the system. And Nyland saved it. It looked like he fell into... That went in.
Yes.
That went in. Why is that not gone in?
He must have been pushed.
No. He said it wasn't in, but
pushed.
it was in, Dad. That went in! That went in! How have they not given that goal? They said it didn't come up on the system, but the goal went through. I'm so done with this.
Wow.
How is that not given a goal?
That was...
They have been mugged off. I'm so... Sheffield United
let me
has been
explain
mugged off.
So
Explain.
Sheffield United, they whip in a free kick from the left. The keeper catches it and falls over his line. The ball is that far in, but the referee is saying nothing's come up in my ear.
I am so shocked right now.
That is bizarre. Nothing's happened.
Listen, this just shows computers are not always right.
The referee's talking into
Here
his
we go. He's talking now. He's talking it. I think he's been told they checked VAR. They actually looked at a video, and the ball is in the net. It is.
Wow.
For some reason, the system. I don't know. Villa probably forgot to turn it on this morning. No goal came up, but that ball crossed the line.
And Wilder
is fuming. I would be too.
Shocking, as if they haven't... Yeah, ball's come over.
So
look,
he's pushed by his own player.
It's his own player.
He's got the ball behind the post.
Yeah, he has. That's a goal. How has that not been given? We were shambles, man. This VAR needs to piss off. Does my head in. I hate the VAR.
Not happy with the VAR.
I don't look. But if you got it there, use it, you lazy. Like, run over and have a look on the screen.
They didn't stop the game because of a free kick. If it's a free kick, they would have got one.
I know.
He played on.
I know.
Which means it just didn't come up with any goal. Listen, Nyland isn't the most...
Okay, so they're showing it again. So the keeper...
It was a lot... Sander Burge...
It's a keeper mistake.
It's a keeper mistake.
He falls into his own... He falls into his own net.
To celebrate.
He's actually slightly pushed by his own player.
Yeah. The ball goes in, though. The ball goes in.
And all the Sheffield United players are celebrating. They're running away. We scored.
So, Luke, here we go. We've seen it again. He's pushed in. He's well over.
The ball is pushed again. Look
behind.
At that. Oh my God.
This is embarrassing. This has not even been checked. Nothing's been done
about it.
That's a
goal. It's a goal.
It is absolutely a goal. And Sheffield United should be 1-0 up.
It should be 1-0 Sheffield United from Nyland carrying the ball over the line, but it wasn't a foul. And the ref didn't give it. I don't know. It should be 1-0 Sheffield United, but I think Villa have had the majority of the better chances.
I am so shocked they haven't gone back from VAR and just given a goal. They have the ability to do that. Where is it? This is where the Premier League is wrong. There's mistakes like this that still get away. When you bring in VAR and goal system technology, you should never see mistakes like this. But you see the scoreline up there, which is updated? It still reads 0-0. I am so shocked.
Let's just get straight onto it. I mean, what is that for the goal that's not a goal, that's in the thumbnail? It's just absolute ludicrousy. It's absolutely nuts. The ball is clearly over the line. We all know that. The entire world knows that. And the one thing the Premier League did not need on returning is any little bit of, controversy or stupidity or anything to go wrong. They needed everything to be right. The game itself could be boring, they don't care. But as long as it all went running smoothly and calmly, it was all going to be fine. What the hell is that? I don't know the keeper's name, I'll be completely honest. With the Black Lives Matter over the back of the shirts, I couldn't tell his name, honestly. Every picture I saw, no idea who he is. I apologise for that. But it's just a joke. It's an absolute joke. The goal is perfectly fine. The goal should 1,000,000% stand. But now instead we're sitting here, or I'm standing here talking to you, and we're laughing at it. We are laughing at the return of the Premier League. It's absolutely ludicrous. The ball clearly goes over the line. Obviously, there's no way of foul on the keeper. But then what I just don't get is Michael Oliver has clearly got obviously his watch on or whatever. Let's go and have a look at that. Oh yeah, okay, no goal. Fair enough. If you want to go off that, that's completely reasonable. But surely, someone watching, even in the VAR room, wherever it is, Stockley Park, or I don't know if it's been done remotely because of this whole virus, someone's got to look at that and go, do you know what, actually, we need to have a look at that, because I think that's over the line. I know that way I ain't giving it, but someone has to click in their head. Someone has to twig that there's something wrong. And instead of the ball going on and they won a free kick and they took it quickly, well, not quickly, but they took it in too quickly, to be honest. It was just shambolic. It was absolutely shambolic. Surely there's someone with common sense who goes, do you know what, actually, can we have a look at that? Because I think that might have been over the line there, or could it have been a foul or whatever? Because obviously there was a lot of people in that box. A penalty could have been given, anything could have happened. There were so many bodies, you had to have a second look at it, surely. And this is the thing, on the first game back, millions and millions and millions of people watching around the world for the return of the best league in the world, and they can't get a simple goal decision right, whether the ball's gone over the line. We were like pioneers when it comes to the whole ball over the line saga. Because of Lampard and what happened in 2010 and that whole controversy that was at the World Cup, we wanted to be at the forefront of it. And we've got the technology and we don't even know how to use it. It's an absolute joke. It wasn't even turned on. They decided they were going to turn it on at half-time. They tried to contact Hawkeye. They didn't know what was going on with it. It's just absolute ludicrousy. It's absolute ludicrousy. And the fact that they haven't come out and said, oh, we apologise for that, and they will, obviously, because they have to. It's impossible for them not to. But all we expected was literally just anyone, to just clock and go, should we have a second look at that? Because this is quite a big moment. And let's be honest, I like Sheffield. Obviously, I'm a Chelsea fan, up the Blue Boys. That's a big game for them. They would go ahead of us. They would go into fourth or whatever it is. It's an absolutely ginormous game for Sheffield. It's huge, and they haven't got it right. But that is such a key, pivotal moment. You have to get that right. The first goal that could be given, and yes, I know it's an absolute clanger, but it's so important to get that decision right, and they've bottled it, simply.
We know what's at stake, European football, for Sheffield United. Tens of millions of pounds, and potentially transforming that club into a stalwart of the Premier League. And potentially more, who knows? They've achieved incredible things this season, played some great football. The whole of the media, sports media, football media, have had to do the 180, the full flip. I'm fuming that after 41 bloody minutes, technology has failed us. Not only has technology failed us, but they've got the audacity to actually just keep going on like nothing's happened. Hang on. Why are you tapping your watch? Why are you tapping your watch? Sorry, I'm raising my voice as people are asleep. I'm walking home. Listen, I'm actually fuming because that could be Sheffield United's European dream over. And if they end up falling short by 2 points, you know where people are going to point the finger. It was embarrassing that in 2020, after you've sold us this dream and forced people to buy in early, you know, we're all begging to see football. After all the complaints that VAR is actually ruining the game, after all the evidence that the technology is not up to scratch, the one piece of technology that we have been told we can depend fully on is goal line technology. It's sort of not up for debate whether a ball's crossed the line or not. Do you know what I mean? That's what this technology is supposed to do. And oh boy, here we go. Here we go. So you're trying to tell me that this is an accident? That this is just random? That someone forgot to turn the button on? Well. How coincidental that Manchester United happen to be the team that are competing with Sheffield United. Manchester United, the biggest brand in Premier League history, the one that they have backed fully with every decision they could under the sun from the beginning. You're telling me that that's who this decision is going to help? There should be no excuse. Stop the game. Go back. We don't care if it's 2, 5, 7 minutes later. You got to just stop the game. I love football, right? I love it being back. But I'm very worried about the changing face of this game. We are letting a lot of things slide as we learn how to cope with this added angle which technology brings. And it is supposed to quash all these debates. But when the season ends, if Sheffield United fall short by 2 points or even a point, they have a case in court. They have a case in court, surely. It's black and white and they've admitted to it. Oh, Hawkeye wasn't working. It's fucking released a statement. Hawkeye is releasing tweets and statements. I'm tired.
Watching it, first of all, I think it was a stupid foul to give away in the first place, but it's in a relatively, danger-free zone. You would think you wouldn't expect. Not all teams would throw everyone up for that kind of free kick. That's generally a free kick that would be taken short. And you're trying to get the play started. It was a brilliant delivery. I can't remember who put the ball in now, but I remember watching it and thinking, oh my God, we have got Championship Nyland back. This is not good. Obviously, the different angles did show that Keenan Davis pushed the ball over the line, and there's no hiding it. There's absolutely no hiding it. VAR, obviously the problem is that the goal line technology system didn't work, but the bigger problem is that VAR didn't recognise that and award the goal. A lot of people were texting me throughout the game being like, the refs had a stinker. The ball didn't look like it had gone over the line, in fairness, until you see it from the different angles. And you can tell it's obviously over the line. I'm not saying it didn't look like, but I can understand why Michael Oliver wouldn't give it. The technology didn't tell him the ball had crossed the line. So he's been getting a lot of unfair criticism, Michael Oliver. When again, we're here, Dan. We've had VAR for how long? And it's the first game back, and we're still having issues with it, Dan.
Yeah, it's nuts, mate. It's nuts. I don't know what's gone on. It's so.
Really, Dan? You don't know what's gone on?
I think
it looked like the ball crossed the line, Dan.
Yeah. It's an interesting one, mate, to say the least. And I think the one thing I will say is there's loads of debate. You can debate VAR until the sun goes down. But goal line technology, since it's come in, has been pretty flawless on the whole. I think it's been
99% accurate.
Yeah, unanimously.
The 1% is not been accurate.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I think it's been absolutely. I think it's been a great addition to the game. I think it's really improved it. I think no matter where you stand on technology's involvement with football, I think we can all agree that if the ball crosses the line, you deserve to be given a goal.
Absolutely.
And Sheffield United do, man. And Oyan knew, man. I don't for everyone.
Yeah.
I implore you to go and look at the picture that is currently set as my profile picture on Twitter, because it just shows Oyan Neuer sat in the goal, cradling the ball, clearly behind the post, and his face is just white as a ghost because he knows.
That wasn't Oyan Neuer. If it was Oyan Neuer, it wouldn't have gone in, Dan.
No, absolutely not. And I was worrying, mate, because I thought my reputation on this podcast had gone down the drain, because I've been Oyan Nyland FC for a good amount of time now, and I was like, he's been doing bits, got us to Wembley. I thought we were out of the dark. I thought we're out of the woods now, Oyan. Everyone's nailed on number one. You're starting games. I saw this. I was like, oh God. But no, it's unfortunate for him. It's unfortunate because Keenan does give him a little sort of chest over the line. But no, what's gone on is beyond me. And VAR should have intervened, because obviously Oyan just kind of came up the box with the ball and played on. And until the ball then goes out of play, it's the same phase of players that we're talking about where VAR can still intervene. And I think you got to give a lot of credit to Chris Wilder, I think, in all this, because there was no Neil Warnock style stare off with the referees at the end of the game. You know, we didn't see him ranting and raving at the officials. And you made the good point in that it's no longer the referee's job to spot these things. You know, the referee handles everything that goes on in the game, but in terms of balls crossing the goal line, that's not the referee's jurisdiction anymore. It's not the liner's jurisdiction. That is, the reason that we've got goal line technology implemented is so referees don't have to make those calls. It's not in their repertoire anymore to make those decisions. And I think Wilder's perhaps recognised that in that, Michael Oliver, if his watch doesn't buzz, and apparently he did it half time. I've seen a few.
I heard that, yeah.
But if Michael Oliver's watch doesn't buzz, then he doesn't, he's in every right, he trusts the technology, as we all did at the time until we saw the replays. It wasn't supposed to be a goal.
No, and I've seen a few things on Twitter about it. Well, a few. That's understatement of the year. And I've received so many text messages about that. But at the end of the day, last season, Billy Sharp kicks the ball out of Oyen Nyland's hands, and the goal is given. And earlier on in the season, Henry Lansbury scores. Kevin Friend rules it out for a Jack Grealish dive, which is ludicrous. I'm going to try and stay quiet on this situation because it should have absolutely been a goal. But it swings and roundabouts with VAR. And when they said at the time, when we've had all of these VAR decisions go against us, one day they'll come in your favour. And I guess this is the day. So we're here on this podcast and talking about a 0-0 draw instead of a 1-0 loss.
Oh my days!
Obviously, the big talking point is the
VAR incident.
Well, more the goal line technology.
Yeah.
Because that was blatantly in. He had this. The keeper was in the net, and the ball was.
I actually couldn't believe it. How is no one? Firstly, the goal line didn't say that it went over the line.
Why his watch didn't buzz? I've literally no idea. I remember seeing it. I was like, okay, his watch didn't buzz. It must not have been in. I watched the replay, and I was like. I literally couldn't believe it. But then don't VAR step in? Then?
That's what I thought.
I don't get what happens.
And then VAR didn't bother checking it. And they always check everything. Even if it's nothing, they check it. And even if they don't say it, you hear it from the commentators during game, a VAR will do a check anyway. Well, I didn't hear the commentators even mention that VAR were doing a check.
No, I don't think they know. They knew. No one knows what happens at this point. But it's not the ref's fault at all. He expects the watch to just go off, so everyone was like, fair. But then he saw the replay. The only thing that I could think that there's a fault in it is the way he did it. He dragged it round the post, so the ball was always on the post.
Yeah.
So it never it crossed the line, but it was always leant against the post. I don't know, is there something because it was on the post that their goal line technology didn't pick it up?
I mean, there's that potential because I guess if
that's actually bullshit.
I guess it's the VA, not the VAR, the goal line technology. Yeah, does it measure the ball, or does it just measure when an object has crossed the line?
Well,
because if the keeper's got the hand
crossing the line, everyone going in.
Because if the keeper's got his hands on it, and his hands are on the line, but the ball is behind the line.
I'd have to look up because I thought it was something in the ball. That sense it gone across. But
no, I don't think it'd be in the ball.
I don't know. I have no idea. But nonetheless, it was miles in.
Yeah. When you see the still image, where he's got it pretty much here on him, and he's the gap is unbelievable.
Well, obviously we're more talking about VR in probably another episode. But a quick one, just what are they there for? How are they not? Aren't they there to implement stuff like this?
This is exactly what is wrong with it.
Usually it's there so the ref makes a mistake and they go, okay, we'll go back on that. But that ref didn't actually have a clue. He doesn't know. So surely they're there to help him then in that situation, and turn that over. They could have done it at half time and turned that over. It doesn't matter because it was a blatant goal. There was no.
Football's back for one day, and controversy is right here again.
Goal line technology is one that's usually all right. I've never seen a problem with that.
Yeah, same.
That was bad. Was his watch on? Did he forget to turn the watch on?
I mean, yeah, first game back, surely everything would be on it.
Crowd it, turn it on and off. Why is it not working? Do you know what I mean? There's some real issues with that one.
Because Sheffield United,
they just cost them 3 points.
Yeah, and considering they're in a top 4 race,
yeah, it was honestly, it was a crap game, but
I couldn't believe it. I actually couldn't believe
it. That was so bad.